like this is a no-brainer. We could actually shake the magic 8-ball up, and this is probably going to come out right. The 45 is the hottest man in NASCAR on the planet right now. 5 wins out of the first 9 races, going into 10 now, or is this 11? What's going on, y'all? I am Brandon Atlanta Man Bang, coming to you live right here, Coach's Corner, the center of the universe, Thunderbolt, Georgia. Another episode of Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Rubbin' is racing, grubbin' is tasting. Man, I tell you what, we are back at it like a bad habit, y'all, right here in the Sound Garden, live at Coach's, every Wednesday, 5 o'clock. Thank you guys for tuning in. Got a good little rundown to go over in NASCAR last week at Kansas Recap. Getting ready to get into it, as we always do, but we like to start it out with what we call the word of the day. As always, I have no idea what this is. If you're new to tuning in, the way we play it, whatever word I say, again, have no idea. Every time I say it, take a sip of your favorite adult beverage. I say it's age appropriate. If you're under 21, Red Bull, sweet tea, Kool-Aid, stay up late, man, and have a good time. Make sure you're checking that out for sure. This week's word is going to be, I have no idea. Last week, let's see. Lawrence, you got that? What was last week, Lawrence? Oh, Toyota. Yeah, talking about it a lot at Kansas, obviously, and for good reason, clearly. So, getting ready to get into that NASCAR news, man. Hey, Tyler Reddick wins again, 5th of the season, right there at Kansas, the yellow brick road. As I always said, he clicked the Ruby Reds together, man, and no place like home, evidently. I tell you what, man, they are on fire over there at 2311, especially the 45 car. We're going to talk about something I think is going to happen this season later on. Lawrence made the call, 7 wins on the year, right? Lawrence made the call, man. We're 5 in. We have a lot of racing still left to go, and a lot of places Tyler Reddick can go out and get those wins. So I definitely think 7 is going to be more than possible for sure. So, the hottest little buzz is the comments from Hamlin on his podcast about Kyle Busch over there at RCR. We're still going on, Kyle Busch is a little hurt over that. Feels like he's saying he's washed up. I get it. He's a competitor. I love Kyle Busch's comments coming back on Denny going, hey, I would love to switch and drive the 11 and you come drive the, the 8 car. And I know Denny Hamlin knows exactly what he meant with that. They both come from the same pedigree over there at JGR. Both had good equipment. Both obviously, paid their dues and has their wins, I just think I'm a fan of the Kyle Busch going back to 48. I mean, at least for a year. Corey Day is really the developmental driver we have over there for Hendrick Motorsports. It's going to take at least another year, maybe 2. So why not sign somebody like Kyle Busch that knows going to take care of your equipment, run it good, and contend for wins? I really hope he does. That's my, like I said, I've been on it for 2 months now, Lawrence? 2 months. I still think Kyle Busch going to the 48. That's me. So, Chicagoland had a tire test this week, y'all. Man, we are back, and that's one of my favorite racetracks. I tell you what, people hated on it forever. Again, very similar to Kansas, progressive bank, shaped a little different. Not so much the tri-oval, but progressive bank. Put on some really good finishes there. I'm telling you, man, tire test is done. We had Denny Hamlin. We had Kyle Larson. We had Justin Allgaier. Brandon Jones had quite a few guys out there running it. Pretty interesting. They said, hey, all is good, but be ready for some wish-washy stuff. Whether that's tire wear long run or whether that depends on setup and how you set the car up and how quick those tires burn off. We'll see when we get there. But excited to see Chicagoland back on the schedule again. So if you guys hadn't yet, man, go out, like, share, follow, all that social media, y'all. Lawrence does a great job keeping up with all that. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, but most importantly, hit the YouTube channel, subscribe. Like I said, man, we get it going on, do some giveaways. We got a couple of them going on this week. We're going to get rid of some stuff. Anyways, at the end of the day. So make sure you're checking that out, subscribe. Hopefully the more eyes we get on the YouTube channel, the more eyes we get on what we do right here at Coach's Corner, man. So, cheating without cheating, Kyle Busch says in 2023, which go figure. Why wouldn't we drop something like this? You know what I mean? Why, whenever our character's getting, defamed and Denny Hamlin's coming at us, why would we not just try to bash NASCAR and get the heat off somebody else? That's a classic Kyle Busch move. And like I said, I'd love to see him at Hendrick, but it ain't my cup of tea. I don't like him. I hadn't liked him since he came out. Win all them races, I don't care. I just don't like him. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, good talent. I won't take that away from him. You got to respect the name, but But at the end of the day, man, came out and had some comments about in 2023, obviously there again with that next-gen car, cheating without cheating in a way, doing things to bend the rules. NASCAR probably turned a blind eye to. I mean, come on, man. It's behind-the-scenes stuff, and this is where social media gets everybody in trouble. Like, why are we even talking about a sport? It's like baseball changing the baseball, right? MLB changing the baseball. Well, do you not think they had the data to know it's going to become a hitter's game or it's going to become a pitcher's game? Of course they do, right? It's how they want to, sway the masses. That's what it all comes down to. I think at the end of the day, it's just respect for the sport you play. You should never talk bad about it in a way unless it deserves it. Probably didn't deserve it other than to take heat off of you. So go out and read a little more on it, but not anything I'm going to dive too far into. So Greg Biffle, man, I tell you what, be like the Biff, right? That's what we all say. His yacht's still in Daytona, still down there in the harbor hanging out. Is it for sale? You got to go read that article too. I think it's definitely going to be a little different with that. It'll definitely come up. You can guarantee it'll come up for sale, whether it was bought, whether it was owned, whether it's repossessed, whatever may happen with his estate. Man, that's a lot to go through right there. But yeah, still parked down there in Daytona, man. Another little point of conversation here as we move into the news. Still talks of electric, man. Still talking about O'Reilly Auto Parts, the secondary series to the Cup Series, becoming electric crossover EVs, right? Very interesting. Not so much something I want to hear. What are we going to do? We're going to pump sound into a NASCAR track, right? We're going to use the PA system to pump car noise in. Like, I'm not a fan. What are we going to smell? I don't know. Not a fan, but we'll see. Well, it's still in the talks. We'll see if they make it come true. So that'll do it for the NASCAR news, man. And I tell you what, we are on into the checkered flag for charity. Man, what the hell? I tell you what, Lawrence, I need the swear bucket, man. I don't even have it up here, but I tell you what, if you're new to tune in, the way we do Checker Flag for Charity, baby, is whatever car number wins, we donate in. That's 5 times right here this year that Tyler Reddick in that 45 car. We've had 5 45s, a 54, we've had a 12, and we had a 9. And that is all we've had all year long, right? Tyler Reddick is sweeping it up, man. It's in there, baby. We throw that $45 in there. Brings the total up to $319. I tell you what, man, I tell everybody, it doesn't matter what you got to donate. Nickels, pennies, dimes, 10, 20s, 150s, whatever it is, when you come up to Coach's Corner, whether it's a date night, whether it's just coming out, having a good time, pre-game before a concert, bring some extra money up, man, and throw into that checkered flag for charity. It all stays local right here in the area, and that's what it's all about, man. So definitely appreciate you guys. As I always say, nickels, pennies, dimes, 10, 20s, 150s, whatever you got to give, throw it in. All stays local, man. So getting ready to get into the who's hot and who's not, but before we do, we're going to do 2 things. We're going to pause for station identification right here at Coach's Corner Sports Network while I hit this Red Bull, and we're going to talk about Arbor Man Tree Service here in just a second, baby. All right, man. So Arbor Man Tree Service, the best tree service in the Savannah area. I'm telling you what, Parker Eccles, owner-operator, him and his team, ain't cutting no corners, man. They're going to do it right. You'll see that number scrolling all night long on the bottom of the screen, so make sure if you got some tree stuff you need done, give Arbor Man and Parker a call over there. Mention rubbing and grubbing, ain't no telling what he'll do, man. He might cut something down, ain't no telling. Just make sure you mention it and throw it out there to him. As I always love to say, no tree too big, too small, give Parker a call, baby. So, hey, man, who's hot? We're going to start it out with the hots list, and come on, like, this is a no-brainer. We could actually shake the magic 8-ball up, and this is probably going to come out right. The 45 is the hottest man in NASCAR on the planet right now. 5 wins out of the first, 9 races going into 10 now, or is this 11? What are we at, 10 or 11, Lauren? 10? 10? 11? What are we at? 11 going into 11? 11 weeks right here. I mean, come on, dude. That's almost batting 500. The man's on fire. 23-11 and General's on fire. They brought good equipment. Now, again, the sustainability of this, can you do it for another 26 races, right? 25 races. Can you do it all year? Can you do it when it matters, right? This year is the first year we're going back to that chase format to where, okay, now we have something different. We have to learn what the playoff points mean when we get in the chase, and we also have to understand what position means in the chase. So I feel like if you keep letting him win, he's going to run away with it, and that's okay. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's exactly what NASCAR needs, is somebody to come out and dominate the way that Tyler Reddick right now is dominating. So we'll see you later on. We'll touch base in 10 more weeks and see where we're at. Number 2 for me, Dennis the Menace, baby. Denny Hamlin. I mean, come on. You know, the old cat out there amongst all the young bucks, really. I mean, let's be honest. You know, still out there competing at a high level, leading laps, doing his thing. Doesn't matter, really, it seems like, what crew chief he has, what team he has. He's able to put the car up front and run 9 out of 10 weeks. So I'll definitely take Denny Hamlin 2. 3, Chevrolet. Come on, man. You know it's got to be Kyle Larson right here. I mean, he's showing at least we're up front leading laps. We might not be getting the finishes, and yes, Chase Elliott has the win, but I do feel like Kyle Larson, at least week in and week out, in the top 5, top 7, top 3, competing, leading laps, at least making runs at the lead, right? So I'll definitely take Larson 3rd. Who's not leading the list should always be RCR and Richard Childress until they get that figured out. It's a shame of what's going on over there. 2-time Cup champion running 35th. What did he finish? 35th at Kansas? Something crazy like that. I mean, you know, running 35th. Come on, man. You got to get this together. You want to hire Nace to come drive it, but you're living off your name, kind of like Petty did for 25 years there. I mean, come on, you know, just one of those things you got to get fixed. Ross Chastain, the watermelon man. I don't like him neither. He definitely on the cold list, on the not list. I don't even know where he's at in points, but it can't be that good. I don't even know why Lawrence put that up there. It should have a black bar across it. But I'm going to hate on Lawrence right here in the Ford camp. Joey Logano still. I tell you what, Joey Logano had the bad run right here at Talladega. I know he's one of the favorites, which we're going to talk about. But if he has a bad run right here and gets caught up at Talladega, it's going to be a very long year for Joey Logano. And I said it earlier in the year. He is not the show horse over at Penske any longer. It is definitely Ryan Blaney as the show horse. That team is the ones. So we'll see what they can get together, man. But that'll wrap it up for the who's hot and who's not. We are getting ready to get into this Kansas recap, y'all. And I tell you what, this is always one of my favorite races. I said it last week. It is, man. What a good race. Long, it's NASCAR. Yeah, no cautions, no natural cautions till what, 2 to go? Finally had a natural caution, you know. Rick Ware racing, spinning out down there. Cody wearing the 51, which, man, I felt for Hamlin, right? But at the end of the day, that's how it goes. Denny Hamlin dominated that race. You guys saw it. Pretty much had it in wraps, and, you know, kind of caught up and got the caution caught up. You know, Reddick looked good, ran out of gas, or, you know, had to switch to the reserve tank. Kind of gave it to Hamlin right there. Here we go without a caution. And then now, okay, we got to restart. You know, Larson got that lead. Seabell and them racing 3 wide right there then was great. Classic Kansas. Hate it for Seabell. Broke something in the car. Spun out there coming. Didn't throw the caution there, which is great. Thank God NASCAR didn't. Race it back. And I tell you what, it was like Reddick almost hit the nitrous on him, man. I mean, you know, just had the run. Had a really good car, too. Can't hate. Toyota had their number, man. Toyota had their number at Kansas as they've had in years past. So, you know, I'm just happy to see a guy like Larson lead the amount of laps in Chevrolet that he led. Byron did not have a good day. Spire, decent days over there with the 77, you know, and 7. Daniel Suarez had probably the comment of the month. You know, we can put people on the moon, but we can't fix the damn radio. Yeah, I like that. That was pretty good. Love that. But I tell you what, man. Those are the style races that we need to make NASCAR in the next-gen era successful. I think Chicagoland is going to put on a very similar race. Hopefully, another really good finish, natural, great long-run finish would be good. That comes down to nitty-gritty, kind of like Auto Club used to. A lot of places just close. We're going to see. We're going to see what they can do. But the direction we're headed and what Kansas brought to the table, I love it. If we could race there 4 times a year, I'd take it. Why not? I'd take it. If it puts on races like that, I'd take it all day. So that'll do it for the Kansas review. We are on to the Talladega Preview, boy, and a party is going to be down there on the boulevard, as we all know. I tell you what, man, if they know how to do it, they know how to do it down there in Talladega. You can pretty much find anything and everything down there for sure. This is NASCAR's fastest track, really. When you look at it, man, this is made for speed, 2.5 miles, high bank. Super wide. We'll go 4 wide at some point in time. I really hope with the changes that we have made, we don't save fuel at this race. I really hope that stage 1 being the long run and 245, was it 90? What did I say, 90 something? And then 245s back-to-back to make 188, right? I really hope that 98 and then 245s back-to-back to make 188. I really hope that helps not save the fuel. Now, again, depending on how these cautions fall and where the wrecks are at, that can also come into fuel play. It doesn't matter if we lengthen it or strengthen it. At least NASCAR's trying, but it's going to be interesting to see who throws it down. Make sure you tune in live this Sunday and watch that NASCAR race, but better yet, come up here to Coach's Corner, Savannah's home for NASCAR, right here in the Sound Garden, baby, Thunderbolt, Georgia. That's what it's all about. Top 5 rundown. Lawrence will be happy. Come on, you know I'm not going to differ too far. I got to take one of those Penske Fords, but I'm going to take the Penske Ford. I called it last week, didn't happen. I'll call it this week. Ryan Blaney coming back, baby. I'll take the 12. I'll take the 12 for the win. He's due. 2 might surprise you a little bit, but I'll take the Bulldog. I'll take Chase the Bulldog Elliott right here coming in Dega, baby. He's out there. Yeah, you know it. Get that second win in the season. Let's go ahead and get that wrapped up, sir. 3, you'd be dumb if you let this guy off the list. Come on, Tyler Reddick, Toyota, horsepower. They're running it this year. You got to put him on there. I think a guy that needs a really good run right here would be Christopher Bell. Kind of had it last week going on until he didn't. Couldn't get the finish, but watch out for that 20. Last but not least, sliced bread himself, Joey Logano in that 22 has got to come through with a good win. I think it's due. Maybe this is one they had circled. If there's anybody good at leading the field, it's definitely Logano. We'll see if he can do it. Dark horses, I'll start out with Chase Briscoe, man. We'll take the 19 car, dark horse right there. We'll take Bubba Wallace as well in that other 2311 car. Chris Buescher and the darkest horse of them all, baby. We're going to go ahead and put it out on a whim. Maybe Hocevar gets out there and leads and gets his first career win right here this week. Watch out for that 77, man. So that'll do it for the preview, baby. We are getting ready to get into this money line. The money line presented by Redfin Polarized, the best polarized sunglasses on the planet. It doesn't matter if you got a wall hanger or money on the line. Make sure you see it clearly, again, with the best polarized sunglasses. Redfins, made for the woods, made for the water, man. So many different style frames, different polarization colors on those lenses. Whatever it is you need for your fishing or hunting accessories, make sure you check it out, Redfin, baby. They got you covered. Hit that website. Put in Rubbing and Grubbing 15, save you 15% right there, man, at checkout. Got some good swag and some hats too, man, so make sure you're checking them out. And as always, live life, fins up, Redfin Polarized, baby. So the money line, I tell you what, man, as we all know, the Fords were going to open up as the favorite, the 2 Penske Fords, but I would almost bet RFK before I bet at least the 22. Not saying that he's not going to get out front and run good. We all know he will, especially here at Talladega. I tell you what, you got to stick with what they say. They live in big houses for a reason. You got to take at least one of those guys. I would look a little deeper. The Chase Elliott, the William Byrons, after a bad couple weeks for Byron, we'll see where those odds come out. Where he's at there. Chris Buescher, top 5, top 10 finishes. Ty Gibbs, top 5, top 10s. Bubba Wallace, top 5, top 10s. Depending on these odds are really going to depend on where we lock it in, man. But make sure you are following our social media out there on X, formerly known as Twitter. Lawrence does a great job throwing it in. We actually hit. What we hit this past week, Lawrence? Oh, he's got it on here. I didn't even look. Oh, Taylor Gray. That's the one. That's what it was, baby. That's right. That truck series hit. And we went heavy on the 11 and 5 to win. But, we had Chase Briscoe top 3 at 400. I mean, that ain't bad. Kind of paid for the week, I guess, Ain't too bad. And we were close. We were close to really having a little gig going on. But, make sure you pay attention. Talladega, we like to go heavy. We're going deep. I can promise you, we're going deep. That's big money right here, top 3, top 5, top 10 finishes, and for the win. You might as well. You only get a few shots of it a year, so you might as well do it. What's that? Yeah, 10 winners picked. And I bet the worst odds is going to be somebody like, we're going to go out there and see, like, whoever is in the 62 car, the Beard Motorsports car, if they qualify, whoever's taking it, we're taking that for a top 3, top 5 finish. I guarantee you, man. So, going to be awesome, but make sure you're keeping up to date on that for sure. So, getting ready to get into the hard right turn, baby. But before we do, big shout out to Lamar, owner and operator over there at Lamar's Body Shop. 35 plus years, taking care of Savannah's auto collision needs, the best in the business. 2301 Skidaway Road, hop, skip, and a jump away from coaches, man. So, like I said, doesn't matter what it is, full paint job, parts getting replaced, need an estimate. Make sure you're going checking Lamar out up there. 2301 Skidaway Road, hop, skip, and jump. As I always say, don't settle for par. Go see Lamar, baby. So getting to the hard right turn. Boy, conspire to spire, right? This ain't no lie. We touched base on this early in the year. JGR suing Gabehart over taking that notebook or leaking information to Spire. Now, me personally, I see nothing wrong with it. You're asking a man that you paid a salary to come in, and yes, you probably signed a contract of confidentiality, not to be able to take maybe the ins and outs of how you run your facility and what you do. But how do you expect me to lose the knowledge I know about setting a car up or how to tune the engine this way? And this is what we do, right? I think there's a fine line. I think they have a big case to prove over there at JGR. They really need to hire the big guns and go in and really get the data to figure out if there's something that's there or not. Clearly, it's shown by eye that obviously Chris Gabehart knows what he's talking about. I can just say the 77-7 have run a lot better than what they have in years past, and I can tell you they are coming out firing guns. So I expect them to get a win, and I don't blame Chris Gabehart for doing that for one bit. At the end of the day, if you want to do that, then maybe don't give your crew chief all the information that you need to set your cars up. Make it a team effort. I don't know. It hurts you one way or another, but if you're giving last year's info and not this year's, then how close are we, right? I mean, come on, you a big dog. You should have all the money to last year's info. We don't care. We'll give that to whoever. Here, buy it from us, right? Come on, man. But hopefully we'll ease up on this. I'll keep you posted, but we got to see how that goes. So that'll do it for the rubbing. We are on to the grubbing. We went with the classic right here. It's one of my favorites, man. Coming up on the grubbing. I'm telling you guys, this is what it's all about. Oh, they dressed it up nice, too. We went that classic Coach's deep fried chicken sandwich, baby. The Gamecock chicken sandwich. Boy, this thing right here is fire. Pickles, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, a little honey, cheese, American cheese. I got my Texas Pete and butter on the side with those fries, y'all. I'm telling you, man, Coach's Corner is the place. If y'all have not had a meal out of here yet, like I say, you're incarcerated or time traveling, bro, because you ain't from the area. You got to stop by Coach's. Check this out. A million different ways they'll do it. As long as it is not crazy and that kitchen's got it, they will cook it up for you. Make sure you're coming out, checking out those lunch specials up here as well, y'all. Southern cooked, home cooked meals right here coming out of the kitchen, 11 on until they run out. Great stuff, man. So make sure you're checking it out. We got the man, the myth, the legend coming up right behind me, Coach D, Coach Carl DeMasi, coming up with Savannah Sports Report, right here at 7 o'clock coming on behind me. Coach going to keep you up to date on everything prep sports in the area, throwing it down with all the local athletes, man, what's going down. Man, might even run down a little Flau'jae Johnson. I'm sure he talked about that. I mean, got to represent the 912, going on to bigger and better things, drafting the WNBA there. Awesome, man. So many good athletes coming out of the Seaport area, 912, and the Southeast in our area. Got to keep up with Coach D. Make sure you're following that social media. Keeps you up to date on everything going down. And follow his YouTube channel, man. He's got it going on. He's got those kids. And, come on, man. You got to know what's going on, athletes in your area, and know who's the big dog and what's going on, man. So make sure you're staying tuned right here at Coach's Corner Sports Network, right after Rubbing and Grubbing. Coming up shortly, like I said, catching Coach Carl DeMasi. And what we got, man? Braves still hadn't lost series? Didn't lose the Phillies yet? No, still hadn't lost series. Only team in MLB not to lose a series yet, right? Wouldn't that be some shit if we keep that going all year long? That'd be all right. I wouldn't be too mad at that. Yeah, well, that's all right. He wasn't doing shit anyways, Coach. You want my honest opinion, but... Yeah, he wasn't doing nothing for us. He wasn't doing nothing for us. That's all right. That's yearly. We expect that. At least it's only 6 to 8 weeks, not 6 to 8 months. I mean, I'll take that. So, yeah, look at them. That is a man. That's bad. The Mets are bad right now, really bad. So, they got Wheeler throwing. Who Wheeler came back last night. Zach Wheeler's coming back when he's supposed to be back. Sometime for the Phillies. I think tonight. I don't know. I heard something about that, but yeah, we'll see. Anyways, hopefully you get him back. I like to beat good teams at their best, but I will say this. Kyle Schwarber's on fire again all of a sudden. Now, he's going caveman for real. That man looks like a caveman. He looks like what was the old cartoon? Not Flintstones, but what was the Great American Race? Oh, the caveman, on the Great American Race or whatever it was. Yeah, that was him, man. He looks, that's Kyle Schwarber up there, man. So the last thing of the night. Hey, no, giveaway right here, y'all. We gave this away a couple weeks ago. They did not want it. They actually already had this car in their diecast collection. We're giving it away again, and I'm also going to give away this pair of Shady Ray Aviators. These are, compliments of Echo Park Speedway. I can't rock them. I had them on earlier. The only way I wear them if I shave to a mustache, and then I look like a cop. So I can't do that, right? So at the end of the day, man, Harry Gant little card, 2025 series, legendary signature card going with the Ken Schrader 33. We're giving these away. All you got to do is subscribe, give it up. We're going to find 2 winners next week. And that's it. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. I'm up on Bubba Baker over there, my boy, my brother from another mother. He can't pick a winner, evidently. So we're going to see what he does. But I might have to double up on him this week, man. But that'll do it for me. Thank you guys for tuning in to Rubbing and Grubbing. Hope you guys have a good week. Man, I got my war paint on. It's been a busy week at work. I'm ready for some relaxation, baby. We got some good racing coming up this weekend. Make sure you guys are checking it out. And coming out to Coaches, man, supporting that local restaurant. As always, I'm going to end it. Do something nice for somebody close to you, man. Help a neighbor. Help somebody. Go out of your way. Hold a door open. You see something bad going down, help them out. Hey, man, do whatever you can do to support the person next to you, man, regardless if you know them or not. That's what it's all about, being a good human being. And I'm out, man. Till next time, as always, stay safe. Wash your hands, y'all. See y'all next week. Bam. All right. Gonna be a good little chicky sandwich here on the way home.